Right.
So let's see what we want to do.
Okay. Now,
How about we say hi to them? Okay, so hi everyone. This
hi,
is
I'm
Ray
Raelene.
and Sabine. And we've done this amazing thing together where we've combined what we're passionate about together, right? So, and we thought maybe we would start by talking about that until we talk about other things.
Okay. So, firstly,
This
what
is
what does Sabine do? Okay, Sabine is a yoga teacher and breathwork. And why don't you tell us about all your skills and qualifications, Sabine?
skills and qualifications.
Yes.
Well, mostly I love teaching Kundalini yoga, where we do lots of breath work and we release blockages through posture, mudra, mantra, and really helping people to go inside themselves to find their own inner master, their own inner awareness, where all the answers are that you're looking for. And so as part of that, we set up an ambience, we make it an environment that's really comfortable, and I thought that using aromatherapy would help people to go deeper and to get into that space, and also to use it at home. So I met Raelene and thought, yay, let's do something.
Yep.
She's the expert here on the next section.
Yes. Now, my name's Raelene. Yes, and part of what I do is aromatherapy. It is my passion, and it is something that I love creating. So, some of the work that goes into it is that I asked Sabine what she wanted to achieve with her blend. So I asked her a few questions, what she wanted to achieve, what is her vision for Kundalini Studio, Kundalini Studio, and also about her. So what is her personality? What is her passion? What drives her to go? Ooh, so that's where I find the key. That's where I find the essential oils that will evoke Sabine's essence. So
And that's what she
essential
does.
oils, and that's her essence, and we combine together and we create a beautiful blend. And this is it. We've made it into a spray bottle. Closer so you can see what it is.
Yeah, and it was real fun, by the way. And if
Yes.
you ever want your own personal scent, I highly recommend the journey. It's very fun. But go ahead. So yes.
Okay. So some of the thing about essential oils are that they all have their own personalities. They all have their own qualities. They have their emotional quality, their spiritual, their physical, and also their mental qualities. Now, when I look at that and then I tune into Sabine and look at what she is all about, and I pick out the essential oils that will resonate with what Sabine is about, and that's where I get the list of essential oils that will go together. And this is where it gets a bit
Then we
magical.
kind of,
This is where it gets a bit magical, where
intuitive.
it's very, very intuitive. It just comes to me how much of each essential oil to put in, and then I put it together and I blend it together. And
it's that final smell, isn't it? I remember when, and you just kind of tell when the alchemy is happening.
Yes, and the way I tell when the way I tell when the blend has hit its mark is when the person smelling it would just go, "Oh my god, I would love to eat this." That
I
is the
remember
reaction
that.
I'm looking for.
Yes.
And that's where that click tells me, goes within me, that says, "Yeah, this is right. This is it."
Yes.
And you can see it within the person's reaction.
Yeah, and that's what happened. And it's like, yeah, I mean, and the beauty about this aromatherapy is that at that time it feels like one scent, but then you get the layers over time and as they diffuse and interact, and I just love it. Yeah, I was very excited. I use it all the time. And you know how sometimes you get sick of a certain smell? I have never got sick of it. So that's fantastic.
That's when I know the essence has hit us through the person's spirit. That's when I know. Because the person's spirit, no matter what human experience we're having, it never changes. That essential spirit doesn't change. It just grows more bigger and bigger and bigger. But the core of it stays the same. And when we can tune into that core, when we can tune into that true self, that's where it's the unchanging self, and that's what helps us through whatever tough
the
times
challenges
that
that pull us away from it.
Yes.
And how we forget, and it's the same thing that yoga does. It helps you to connect to who you truly are, and that is really unchanging. That is doesn't matter. Oops, that was a green piece of, but we'll get that later. We don't litter or anything. That made a magpie jump. But yeah, it really helps, and that's exactly what we look for in meditation, which I teach, and breath work. You're looking for that depth, which is unchanging. Everything else around is moving and shifting, and you're going through this journey. But once you can connect to that deeper inner knowing and that peace and that love, really, that's it. You found it, and you can do that with the vibration of oils, which I love. So that helps people to get there faster, I think. That combination, that working on vibration on many levels.
Yes, and it's also a psychological reminder because our human brain associates sense with any situation. So if Sabine's using it or her students are using it within yoga classes and they're using it and they're finding or blister, they've just gone through a meditation, they're so relaxed. Later on, when they smell it again, it triggers that memory and it triggers that relaxation. So on a psychological level and a neurological level, it is working, on our brain and on our memory, and we trigger ourselves back into that relaxation. And that's what, using essential oils effectively and consciously is all about.
And it works on what I also work on, which is what you're doing here, is the unconscious mind. That is really leading most of our decisions. They're unconscious, so it helps to bring that to the surface. It helps to balance it with the conscious mind. Same sort of thing, which is fantastic. So let's talk about a couple of these amazing oils. I don't know if you remember all of them, but we've got these fantastic male-female blending elements, rosewood, cedarwood.
Yes.
All these wonderful.
Okay. Now, the keynote in there is geranium. Now, geranium is very much Mother Earth energy.
Make sure that they can hear us.
Yes, geranium is definitely Mother Earth energy, and it is the core of what you are. It is the core of who you are as well. You're so connected with the earth, and it's what you do with your breath work. It's connecting to the breathing cycle of Mother Earth, and that's what you're doing. That's where geranium is definitely important to be in there. And ylang ylang.
Oh, I love
Kundalini
that. Yeah.
Kundalini energy. It's bringing the base chakra energy to the fore. So that's very important there. And ylang ylang is about sensuality. It's about passion. It's about that base energy, sexual energy that comes through, and that's what we're bringing. And it's also about the passion that comes up.
Yes. It's so important to be passionate. Wow, sorry, there's a few birds fluttering over us. And actually another one there. I hope we're not in their nesting areas.
I think what we're doing, they are messengers. So kuarongs are messengers. So they are probably helping us with the energy of passing on our message, I guess.
Who knows?
Okay, of course. Sandalwood is another one that's in the oil. Sandalwood has long been associated with meditation and yogic practices, so it's definitely important to be in there. And the sandalwood that we've used is East India sandalwood. So
Indian sandalwood.
It is different from Australian sandalwood.
Yes.
Australian sandalwood is beautiful in itself because it is about Australia land. It is about the energy on this land. So I'm not saying that it would not have worked well within the blend, but with Sabine's experiences and her journey through India and her training, I felt it was important that her training, her connection and her karmic memories, her karmic lessons were there. So I felt it was important to bring that through as well.
That's great, and that makes so much sense. And we can't judge anything. It's the intuition and it just comes up. At the time, you probably didn't think, oh, Sabine is connected to India. It was more that just felt right. Yes. And then later you realize, well, it makes so much sense.
Yes, so that's how intuition works, really. So then we have cedarwood and rosewood. Now, woods are actually very grounding. And I know a lot of people would say, yeah, practice yoga, practice breath work, ooh, we're off with the fairies. This is not so. Spiritual work is actually about bringing it into the physical. It is about bringing it into the here and now, and it is about walking our talk. So it is actually very, very grounding work. And that is where we have cedarwood and rosewood and sandalwood as well to help ground us, ground the changes that we shift on an energetic level, and to bring it into the physical.
And can I just add, that's also what Kundalini is all about, and all yogas, I suspect. It's about bringing it into your everyday life, not just sitting on your mat or at class.
It's not
but
about
really integrating
escapism.
it into
Yes, it's not about escapism. It is about being here and
Yeah.
enjoying the human journey.
all the challenges even. Yeah,
Yes.
and really being able to deal with things rather than, oh, when I meditate now I'm in the ashram I feel great, or like when I'm in the class and then at home it all falls apart. It's really about feeling I'm very human, I've got my qualities and my traits, and the oils and the yoga really integrate that so that you can be here and yet you are aware of everything else too, bit by bit, which is so beautiful. Yeah, I love that.
And that's the reason why I use both cedarwood and rosewood. Now, for me, cedarwood is masculine. Cedarwood is carries a masculine energy, and rosewood carries a feminine energy. So when we bring it together, we are balancing our masculine and feminine energies, which is quite important for this period that we're going through now, this new age.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I felt, yes, it is important to have those two oils. Now, next, what we have is bergamot.
I love bergamot.
Yes, it's uplifting, so we always need a bit of uplift. And bergamot is one of those scents for me that is quite feminine as well. It reminds me, it is the oil in Lady Grey tea.
Yes,
So it
yes.
is very feminine, and it is about relaxation as well. You know what they talk about. Let's have a cup of tea in the afternoon just to chill out and let go of let go of what we've had throughout the day. So that's the beauty of bergamot. And
Lightens depression and stuff. It's great to support yourself. Yeah.
okay. And Melissa or lemon balm, it creates a secure and loving aura around us, so we feel protected. Now, Melissa has been linked to to helping depression, so to lift us out of that fog we call depression,
That
and
heaviness.
through protecting us from whatever harsh energies that are out there. That's why it is also protective. Okay. And then we have a couple more of other citrus notes, top notes. There's petitgrain, and petitgrain is unique in its own because it creates that link above and below. It is that link that reminds us of what our true purpose on earth is. Okay, it's a spiritual link.
That's beautiful.
And lemongrass. I love lemongrass, and lemongrass is one of the notes that come out quite easily when you spray this blend. Now, lemongrass, look at how it grows. It just grows up. It's a grass. It basically says, "Here I am. Take it or leave it. You either love me or you hate me. I don't care. What you think about me doesn't matter. This is who I am." And we are evoking that energy as we use lemongrass. Just to say, this is who I am. This is true acceptance of who we are. And when you carry that energy, you carry it around with you, and other people look at you and just go, yes, we accept you as who you are because you accept yourself.
Because you accept yourself. I'm sure, hope they heard that, because I heard that. It's like when you accept yourself, others can accept you, and it's wonderful to have that scent. And it's also it's great because men and women can use it. This is what I love about this blend. It's not girly and it's not masculine, but it's got this fantastic, I don't know how to describe it, synergy.
It resonates with both masculine and feminine energies, and that's where we're talking about balancing the two energies.
Yes. So yeah. And
oak moss. Oh, I love oak moss. Oak moss, to me, we talk about olden times.
Oh yes.
The witches, the goddesses. We're talking about goddess energy as well, and that's where I find oak moss is beautiful. It's ancient.
Ancient. Did you hear that? I'm just checking that I can hear you. We're just having our first run, and if it's a good run, we'll publish it. But if it's not, we won't. And so yes,
we'll make it perfect.
Well, maybe if there's such a thing.
There's such a thing. Okay. So yes, oak moss is goddess energy, and it also helps us connect to the earth plane. Because look at the gods and goddesses. I mean, the history about Greek and Roman mythology. They say the goddesses are out there, but no. They have a lot of human qualities.
Oh, hang on, I don't think
they have a lot of human qualities themselves. So, and that's who they are. And yeah, I guess the way they present it is accept me or not. So, which is what we were talking about just now as well. So,
beautiful. And it says here, like, brings inner peace and joyfulness.
Mm. So that's beautiful. That's chamomile.
No, that's
No, that's
chamomile.
chamomile.
I'm reading the wrong spot.
Chamomile. It's very nurturing. Chamomile connects with the inner child within us, and it's also about bringing the joy of the inner child within us outwards, and to embody that in everyday challenges, everyday living. You know?
And it would be calming, I'm sure. We have the calming chamomile tea, so
Yeah.
through that connection there is a calming sense.
And also it acknowledges that we do have a delicate spirit sometimes, that can feel hurt, that can feel
Say that
pain.
again, make sure that they can hear that. Sorry, it's got
Very-
acknowledges that.
It acknowledges the pain that we can carry within us, pain and hurt that we felt when we were children, and even now that we may have, through our daily life, we have a delicate spirit that needs protection sometimes, and that's what chamomile is about. It recognizes that inner spirit. It recognizes that gentle, fragile spirit within us, and it calls the angelics close for protection and for nurturing.
How amazing!
So that's the beauty of chamomile.
I just love that.
And of course, jasmine.
Oh.
Is
well, that's
what
very
we call
feminine.
It's feminine, but it's also the king of scents. It's actually
really
masculine. Yes, jasmine
Wow.
is actually masculine. It is the king of scents.
I didn't know that.
And it is sensual. It is passionate. It is an aphrodisiac. So it's a beautiful scent on its own, and you use it when you're ready to embrace the passion within you. That's basically it.
Awesome. And I think we better stop. We've done 16, no, nearly 17 minutes, so we're gonna look and see how this turned out. So thank you all for listening. If you're listening.
Thank you very much.